Okay. So first of all, like warm welcome to all of you guys. Like you have taken the decision, right? And welcome to all of you to the course JS 104, right? All of you are excited. You like this image? Any idea, guys, how this image is generated? Any idea? Anyone able to guess? AI, exactly. Great. So yeah, a lot of things will be looking like that. Okay. So welcome all of you to the session. Okay. So now let's first 5-10 minutes we'll try to know more about each other. No study. After that, we'll start our study. Right? Excited? Should we start? Okay. So let's know each other. Okay. I want all of you to tell me like where are you from? I want all of you to tell me where are you from. You can type in chat box. Okay. Bihar, Bangalore, Jharkhand, Delhi, Kolkata, UP, Surat. So chat box is like flooded. Huge, huge. Okay. Nagpur, Varanasi. Anyone is from like outside India? By any chance? Pune, Rajasthan, Malda. Okay. Hyderabad. I'm from Kolkata. Great. Assam, Odisha. Yeah. So it's huge. Like every part, I can see that like UP. Exactly. Happy to see you. Great. Yeah. Bihar. Great. It's very diversified. Lot of fun. I'm from Delhi. Great. Bihar. Super. Super. So everyone from the country is present here. Like I'll be very proud to take all of you like uh uh this journey of JavaScript. Okay? Cool. Acha, now tell me the second question. Your favorite subject in childhood. What was your favorite subject in childhood? Okay, I started with math, drawing, okay, biology, English, science, history. Great. Okay. Math, mini math actually, Hindi, games, okay, sports, yes, environment, okay, science, Urdu, Sanskrit, okay, algebra, math, bio, okay, political science, great, awesome. Yeah, great. Okay. So, do you have any experience, like any experience with any kind of programming language, like any experience you can type? Even if you don't have any experience, that is also fine. Just type zero in that case. Okay. Java, C++, okay, Python. Many of you are typing zero also. That is completely fine. Okay. JavaScript, okay, Python, C++. Okay. So some people are typing multiple zero, like 00000. Great. No experience. Okay. That is completely okay. That is completely okay. We'll start from zero only. Okay. Happy? Cool. Node.js. Okay. Great. Java, PHP. Great. Okay. Awesome. JavaScript, C++. Great. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Great. Okay. So next question, what is that dream company that you want to work for? I want all of you to think and tell me. Google, TCS, Tata, okay, Google, Microsoft, Wipro, Walmart, Facebook, Tesla. Great people. Someone is typing Tesla. Okay. Google and Microsoft. I want to work NASA. Okay. JP Morgan, Uber, Nvidia. You are taking every companies who are taking the funding actually. That's great. Meta. Okay. Google, Infosys, TCS. Someone is typing I want 36 LPA. That's great. Okay. Google, Swiggy, Wipro. Great, great. Okay. So now you decided like which company you will be working, right? You decided already. Now tell me, what is your motivation? Like, what is the reason you want to go there? What is that inner reason? It can be simply money also. Type money, that is also fine. But parents, good point. Money. I want to make my parent proud. That is the greatest thing. I want to be respected. Great. I want work life balance. Great. Better lifestyle. Okay. Entertainment. Okay. Someone is typing, I want to buy Tesla. So that is the reason you want to work in Tesla. That is the reason. Great. Better lifestyle. Paisa. ठीक है. Great. So whatever is your motivation now, you need to remember those motivation. Otherwise, you will be falling ahead. Okay. So you need to remember those motivation. This is the reason. Let's say someone I really like that I want my parents' life better. Like that is the great thing. So always remember this point, right? Whenever you'll be having that hard time, you need to think, okay, I need to continue work. I am commandos. Everyone here commandos, right? You remember your commandos, right? So we'll be doing it together. Okay. Okay. Now let's start. Everyone settle down. Happy. Should I start? Should we start something new? Something which we will be learning today, right? Okay. So today's topic is light, actually, not that thing. So, but today we'll be learning about introduction to full stack web development. So we'll try to understand in a bird eye view, what do I mean by full stack web development? Yes or no? Sorted. This will be the super, like, the whole agenda for the session, right? Okay. So now let's start from the basics. Okay, these are the two things we'll be discussing, like full stack web development, and second thing we'll be discussing about some general computer knowledge. Okay, some general computer knowledge, right? You all know, but just we'll be trying to revise all of those things so that from tomorrow onwards we'll start our actual topic, right? Okay. Shivam is typing, should I record, sir? No, you don't have to record. It will be recorded. Automatically, you will be getting the recording. Okay, don't worry. Cool. Now let's start. So let's start with discussing what is web development, right? And I want all of you to focus in these two keyword and tell me know what you understand. What is web development? I want all of your response. So web and development, these are two keyword present here. What you understand in these two keyword, right? Great. So people are typing that web development means you are building something which is present on web. Yes or no? Yes or no? You are building something which is present on web, right? What is that thing? Can I call this as a website? Yes or no? Hi Anna, right? Yes, we can call this as an website, right? So in simple term, web development means you are creating an website, right? You are creating an website, right? It can be anything. It can be any website. Now tell me, what is your favorite website? I want all of your response. What is your favorite website? YouTube, great. Reddit, Netflix, Google, Wikipedia, Zomato, Notion, great. Instagram, ChatGPT, Apple, Tesla. Again, people are typing Tesla. Okay. Netflix, Snapchat, WhatsApp, Amazon Prime. Okay. So I want all of you to think. You have tell, okay, Masai also. Great. Okay. So Telegram, exactly. So these are all website, right? But what is the common thing between all of them? So I need to use some kind of browser to browse. I need to use some kind of browser to open this website. Yes or no? Right? I need to have some kind of browser to open this thing, right? So this web browser is very important. That is the reason it is called a website, because you are able to access this thing using your web browser. Yes or no? Right? Right. Now tell me this thing, which browser you are using? Which browser you are using? Brave, Chrome, okay, V8, okay, Safari, okay, Firefox, okay, Edge. Yeah. So there are a lot of companies, like if you're talking about Google, right? So Google created their own website, which is own browser, which is nothing but your Chrome, right? And then Edge, who created Edge? Who created Edge? Microsoft, right? Safari is for which? Apple, right? Brave is common, right? But on top of Chrome engine, Brave is created, right? Again, Firefox is very popular, right? Okay. So sorted. Now, two things we just learned, right? So being a web developer, right, or learning web development, you will be creating web application. Yes or no? This is the first point. You will be creating web application. Now, second point is, when you will be creating web application, that application needs to be run in a browser, right? You can have any browser, right? So in that browser, you will be creating this web application to run it, right? Anyone having any doubt till this? Like, I'm opening chat box now. Sorted. Very simple stuff. Should I move? Should I move? By the way, I'm using some different browser here for me, which is ARC. You can explore after the session. Okay, cool. Now let's understand one of the basic and very important things. So when I'm talking about when I'm talking about website, right? Now there are three aspects of a website, which is called, one you have, which is nothing but your front end, right? Which you can call as your client, right? Okay. Another you have, which is your server. You can call it as backend. Okay. Another you will be having database. So once I'm calling that I need to create a website, actually it has three part: front end, backend, and database. Sorted? Yes or no? Now your question is that, sir, how? Let's understand this thing with an example, right? Sorted? Now, this three part in any website have, right? Front end, back end, and database. Now let's try to understand this thing with simple example. Okay. Now what do you understand? I want all of you to think 30 seconds using this image and tell me what you have understand here. Front end is very beautiful. Okay. First image is very beautiful. Okay. But the last second image is actually representing the code of it. Yes, that is also see. Front end is what we can see. Great. Backend is kind of messy. Yes, okay. But backend is the base. Great. Okay. Backend is the root. Okay. Front end is for visual appealing. Exactly. Front end is like a Masai website that you are seeing. Exactly. So you already registered, right? That is, you are using actually front end, right? Okay. You want one more analogy? Let's see this thing. Now tell me what you understand from this image. What you understand from this image? Similar thing. Front end, that is you are able to see here, which looks like it is beautiful, right? But this is your backend, right? So front end is basically whatever you are able to see, whatever you are able to see on your browser. This one point is clear to all of you. Front end is nothing but whatever you are able to see on your browser. That is the reason it is called as client. So you are the client, you are visiting an website and you are able to see the front end of it. Okay. Now let's see the example here. So all of you know what is Flipkart, right? So all of you visited flipkart.com. So let me open the Flipkart. So now tell me, what is this I'm able to see here? What is this I'm able to see here? Interface. It is a front end interface. Yes or no? Right. So this is the front end of Flipkart. Now I want all of you to visualize what I'm going to do here. I'm going to come to this search section, right? And here I'm going to write, let's say, iPhone, right? Anyone having any doubt till here? You want to see the magic? So iPhone. Now start thinking. In my front end, I'm writing iPhone and I'm clicking on enter, right? What I'm able to see here? I want all of you to think again and tell me. So when I'm typing iPhone here, I'm able to see all the iPhone related data here. Yes or no? Now you want to see the game, how this thing happened under the hood, how this whole works. Let's understand now this game. Okay. So I'm opening Scalido here. Okay. So now I want all of you to think about this image. Okay. So when I'm typing anything, let's say in flipkart.com, this is my website, right? Here I'm searching for iPhone data, right? Now this is a request that I am making from front end, right? And this request is going to my backend. Yes or no? This request going to my backend. Now my backend don't have any data. Backend के पास data नहीं है, right? Now backend will ask to my database, right? Hey, can you give me the data for iPhone? Now your database have the data, right? Now database will be giving the data to backend, right? Now backend will be thinking, okay, now I have the data for iPhone. Now let's give that data to front end. Now your backend will be giving the data to front end. Then you will be able to see what you are able to see here. What you are able to see here. So after all this operation, whatever you are able to see, you will be able to see there. Can you quickly confirm, guys? Is this story clear to all of you? Right? So let me repeat it once more. So just a minute, guys. Okay. Okay. So now once you are able to see all this iPhone data, right? This data first coming from database to backend, then backend to front end, right? This is the whole cycle you need to understand. So front end, then front end to backend, then backend to database, right? And then database to again backend, and then again backend to front end, right? Okay, once more, I'm going to tell you once more, guys. Okay, so now come to this slide example, right? Everyone is able to see this slide. Can you quickly confirm? Yes. So now you make a request. I need the data for iPhone, right? In flipkart.com, right? Now this is your front end, right? Your front end will be asking this data to backend, right? Now backend don't have any data, right? Backend के पास कोई data नहीं है, right? Then backend will ask that data to database layer, right? Now database will be having the data, right? Now these data will be transferred from here to backend, right? Now backend के पास data आया, then backend will send that data to your front end, right? And that is the reason you are able to see all this iPhone listing, right? That is coming from your backend and database, right? So this is the power of backend and database that you have. Front end is all about what you are able to see, and front end is all about making any request to my backend. Sorted? Now, can I get everyone's one? So I'm quickly opening chat box if anyone have any doubt till this layer. So this brief bird eye understanding is very important. Front end, back end, database, right? Okay. So now let's move to the next part. Okay. So we learn about this thing, right? Now, don't worry. I'll be mentioning few tech stack. You might know, you might not know. That is completely okay. Just hear the name of all of this thing, right? I'll be mentioning few tech stack that is helping you to create front end, few tech stack that is helping you to create backend, few tech stack that is helping you to manage your database, right? Okay. I want all of your response. Do you know what is HTML? Anyone having any idea? What is HTML? HTML is helping you to create structure of your front end. HTML is helping you to create the structure, the text or image, the structure of your content, of your front end. Okay. Now CSS you have, right? CSS is helping you to making a style, design, color, animation, whatever you are able to see, that is powered by CSS, right? Now this JavaScript is helping you to make any logic. This is your brain, exactly. So JavaScript is for your logic. So when you click on that button, search, all the data should be appended for iPhone, right? So that logic, whole thing is written in JavaScript. These are three bare minimum tech stack to create a front end using HTML for structure, CSS for design, and JavaScript for like logic, right? Can you quickly type what are those three tech stack minimum you need to create a front end? HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then you might hear one or two words like something called as React or something called as Angular or Vue. Yes or no? Yes or no? Any idea what are these things? So these are some advanced way of creating some big front-end application. These are framework, right? Again, under the hood, this framework also using HTML, CSS, JavaScript only, but these are some good way of creating big application. Sorted? Yes or no? So React, Angular, and Vue. So these are few technologies that will be helping you to create your front-end application, right? Okay. Again, I'm repeating. So if you want to create front-end application, HTML, CSS, JavaScript is the bare minimum technology that you need to work on. HTML is for your structure, CSS is for your style, JavaScript is for your logic. Okay. Now, when you create a big application, right, which is scalable application, now people have started using some framework like React, Angular, and Vue. This is good way of creating a application, good way of creating a scalable application. Don't worry, you will be all learning all of this thing throughout this entire journey of Masai, right? But today is just brief idea about front end thing. Sorted? Can you quickly confirm? Is this okay? Cool. So now let's move to the next thing. Now next thing is that server, right? So now when you are talking about server, you need a solid programming language to write a code in your server. Okay. So for that reason, so if you are using JavaScript as your programming language, you can use something called as Node.js. Okay, you can use something called as Node.js. Under the hood, it is your JavaScript only to create your backend. Okay. Now again, you can use other programming language as well for creating backend like Java. You can use programming language like Python to create your backend as well, right? Now tell me one thing, right? Can I, is this only key? I need to use Node.js always to create a backend? No, that is not the restriction. It depends. Depends what you want. If you want to create using JavaScript, you will be using Node.js. If you want to create with Java, you can use some Java framework, right? If you can also use Python framework also to create some scalable backend that you need, right? Okay, sorted, right? Now the last part, which is nothing but database, right? So in general, you have two kinds of database system. In general, you have two kind of database system. One is SQL, another one is called as no SQL. Anyone having any idea what is SQL? One trick you want to know? Whenever you will be seeing data which is looks like a table, whenever you will be seeing a data which is looking like a table, you can blindly tell this will be your SQL. Like your Google Sheet, right? You are able to see Google Sheet में table जैसा data दिखता है, right? Tabular data, right? Tabular format पे whenever you are able to see data, that is like more SQL like, okay? Another thing you have which is non-tabular. Anything which is non-tabular, you can call it like NoSQL. These are the two broad database management system. Again, under the hood, you can have many other software like MySQL, like you can have PostgreSQL. Don't worry. Just as of now, don't worry for all of this thing. You will be learning in Unit 2. You have a detailed, dedicated course for database only. Sorted, right? But today you understand the power of front end, back end, as well as database, right? Cool. I'm quickly opening chat box, guys. Like till now, everything is sorted, right? Yes, I'll be teaching JavaScript. Sir, please repeat database. Exactly. So database is, remember, where our data stored. Let's say, acha, how many of you like Instagram, right? What is the first thing you have done in Instagram? You created your own account, right? You created your own account, right? Now tell me one thing. When you created your own account, you are writing your username, password, other details and all, right? And these data needs to be stored somewhere, right? Yes or no? These data needs to be stored to somewhere else, right? So that is database where all the data, even you upload something on Instagram, even Virat Kohli upload something on Instagram, everything needs to be stored in a database, right? So that is the reason database is very important aspect of web, right? Now, when in web development, there are two broad type of database you can consider. One is SQL like, which is nothing but a table like database. So whenever we'll be seeing a table, ये तो SQL है, right? Any other type of database will be MongoDB type or NoSQL type, right? But you don't have to worry for now. Just understand database करके कुछ है that is helping to store and retrieve some data, right? Sorted? Now sorted? So these are few tech stacks that are very important for full stack web development. Okay. Now, when I'm talking about full stack, right? So I'm actually covering all the aspect here. So full stack means that person should know about front end, right? As well as backend, as well as some part of database, right? So that considered as full stack, right? But let's say I'm calling about front end developer. What do you think? Do they know about backend? No. Front-end developer means they know very well about this front-end technologies only, right? If I'm talking about backend developer, they may know very well in this backend technologies only, right? Okay. For NoSQL, which are we are going to learn, you will be learning MongoDB most likely, but don't worry, that is your upcoming unit. Okay. ठीक है. Sir, once more for Java. Java is another very popular language, right? Using that, you can create a backend, right? If you are taking any enterprise like Microsoft, Google, most of their code is written, backend code is written in Java, right? Cool. Sorted. Chalo. So now we see few tech stack. We see few aspect of becoming a full stack web developer, right? Okay. So now let me move to the next slide. Okay. Okay. So now we have some activity time. We have some activity time. So let's visualize this activity. Okay. So I want all of you, can you quickly confirm, are you able to see my screen? Are you able to see my code pen screen? Okay. Now tell me, this is the UI I have created. So this is the UI I have created, right? So this is our whole UI. I'm having this text, one more text and one more button, right? And this is my HTML, this is my CSS, and this is my JavaScript. Anyone having any doubt? So I have this 3 section of code. That is why I am having this thing. Let's understand the feature. Let's understand the feature. So when I'm clicking on this hide the text above, so you can see the text is gone. Yes or no? Again, I'm repeating. So the feature for this small application is when I'm clicking on this hide the text above button, you can see that above text is gone, right? Now let's understand. So I'm going to again reload it. Now tell me, let's say I have CSS and I have HTML. I'm going to remove everything. I have CSS and JavaScript. I'm going to remove everything from HTML. So let's do one thing. So let me remove everything. What will be happening, guys? Empty, empty. I'm not able to see anything. Why? Can you tell me? Can you tell me? Because there is no structure, there is no content itself, right? There is no content, whole structure gone. I'm able to see an empty blank page. That is the power of HTML. HTML will be providing you the structure of a web page. So I'm adding it again. So you can see structure present here. Now, what will be happening if I remove this part? You want to see the magic? Excited? Let's wait. I want all of you to type wow. Is it your wow moment? You all understand the power of CSS? Previously, we had some style. So this text, I think, was in red color, right? Button had some style, right? My H1 has some style. Everything gone. The reason it is gone because I have removed my CSS from that code, right? Okay. So let me come back. Okay. So now I want all of you to think and tell me, I'll be removing my JavaScript. Okay. I'll be removing my JavaScript. What will happen? Are you able to see anything? Visually, nothing have changed, right? Nothing have changed visually. But now let me click on this, hide the text above. I'm clicking. Believe me, I'm clicking. Okay, I'm pressing. But are you able to see any action? Are you able to see any action for this button click? No. Why? Because I have removed the logic part from here, right? So let me add this JavaScript again. So now if I click on this hide the text above, you can see functionalities again come back because I have added my JavaScript code. Sorted, everyone? You want to see once more quickly? So this is our normal function. If I click on this button, it is removed, right? Okay, again, I'm reloading. This is my normal code. If I remove my whole HTML, everything should be gone because the whole structure itself I have removed, right? Okay. So now if I remove only this CSS part, so let me remove the CSS part. So you can see the whole style part gone, HTML, but still the JavaScript is working. You want to see? Dekho, JavaScript is working, right? Because it is hidden because JavaScript is not added here only, right? So now let me refresh it once more, and then let me remove this JavaScript part. Okay, so I'm going to remove this JavaScript part and I'm going to reload it. So yeah, so I have removed this JavaScript part, right? Now, if I click multiple times, you can see no action is performed here because I don't have any logic here. Okay, so now I want all of your one and quickly confirm that you understand the power of HTML, CSS, JavaScript in very deep. You will never forget. Yes, yes, now things are sorted. Okay, so now let's move to the slide. Okay, so one activity we have done. You want to see one more activity? You want to see one more activity? Excited? Chalo, ठीक है. So people are typing, sir, please Amazon open कर लीजिए, right? So let me open Amazon. Okay, Amazon.in. Okay, so that will open our Indian version. Okay, so everyone able to see Amazon? Can you quickly confirm? right? Now let's see, I'm opening here MacBook Air M3. Okay, MacBook Air M3. Okay. Again, you all able to visualize this is my front end. I'm making a request from front end, right? And that request is going to backend, right? And backend is asking data from database. Database is giving data to backend. Backend is again giving data to front end. And front end is able to show me all this data in this list format. This is the whole story, right? Gajab tha, right? You never. So from now onwards, whenever you will be doing any activity on any website, now just think this whole thing is happen behind the scene, right? But let's do one thing. Let me open any one of it. Okay. So let's say this is the latest. Okay. Now, what is the price? Can you tell me what is the price you are able to see right now? ठीक है, बढ़िया, 1.27, बढ़िया. Now tell me, is this price coming from database? Yes or no? Can I say, is this price, whatever I'm able to see, that is not present in my computer? That is present in Amazon database. I am fetching that request because I have made request from my front end. That data is coming from backend database, right? And then that is the reason I'm able to see the data. Now let's say tomorrow there is a discount. Okay, so that data will be updated on my database only, right? Let's say tomorrow there is a price drop of 27,000 and it's 1 lakh now, right? That data is updated on database, right? Now database have 1 lakh, right? Now let me do one thing. I'm going to click here, like right click, and then I'm going to click on inspect. Okay, inspect. Now, once you click on inspect here, so you can see there is a sidebar opening here, right? And are you able to see the price here in this span? I want all of you to focus here. I want all of you to focus here in this span. Span is nothing but a HTML tag, right? And inside that you can see the price, which is exactly present here, right? And this price is actually coming from database, right? Now let me do one thing. So I'm going to come here, okay? I'm going to come here and I'm going to double click on it and let's make it 10 and then hit enter. What just happened, guys? I want all of you to type in chat box. Are you able to see something, some magic? Wow, right? Exactly. So you can say now it is changed. It is changed 10, right? It is changed. Now the price is 10 now. Now I can add to my cart and you are thinking, okay, I'll be adding to my cart and then I'll be buying it with a 10 rupees. Now you want to see one more magic of it. You want to see one more magic of it. I'm going to reload. I'm going to refresh this page. What just happened, guys? Are you able to think? Are you able to think what just happened? Why you can see the data again present? Because it is again coming from your database. And in your database, like in not your database, in Amazon database, the price for this MacBook is stored as 1,27,000. This data is not changed on my database, right? I am changing on my local front end. Local front end don't have any power. That is the reason backend and database is very important. Otherwise, anyone can change any price and buy anything. I want all of you to think again and tell me you understood the power. You understood the reason of the presence of backend and database. क्यों इतना मेहनत करके backend की जरूरत हुआ? क्यों database is present? That database is present. The reason is very simple. Front end don't have any power. If I give all the power to front end, the front end can be anything, right? Front end, or when you front end means all the code and everything. Can you see? All the code is present here in this source section. Can you see all the code? All the code you can able to see here. Dekho, these are all code actually. All code are present here. But Amazon don't want to share all this important logic or all this important code to all of us in our browser, right? That is the reason Amazon have created a backend system that we don't have access. Again, for storing all the data, Amazon is not storing in my sending all this data on front end. Rather, that data is coming from database, so that only Amazon can access or only Amazon can make changes on those data, not client, not front end. right? Sorted, you all happy? So you can change anything like that. It's not about only the price actually. So you can, again, you can click on inspect, right? And you can see again it is present here. So inside this span tag, so let's say going to, so this is Masai Pro student Pablo Pandey. Can you see? You can change anything, right? But it is only present in this instance. When you reload this page, you can take a screenshot at this point and you can make full to your friend. I brought iPhone at price 10. Now, you know, there are some Telegram group trading channel, right? This is how they are doing. They don't make profit. They're actually changing like that. Sorted? You are techies, right? Making full. Exactly, they're making full. Now you will not able to make full. They will not able to make full to you. Sorted? Okay. Activity 2. You like activity 2? You want one more activity? You want one more activity? Okay. CSS Zen Garden. Okay, so there is a website. Don't worry, I'll be sharing all this link to all of you. CSS Zen Garden. Okay, the reason this website is created to show you the power of CSS, cascading style set. Okay, now I want all of you to think. Okay, I'm going to like scroll it. Okay, so let's see. You have this road, the road to alignment. Okay, so what is this about? And all this text is present here. Okay. So now let's click any one of this. What just happened? I want all of you to think what just happened. Let me click once more. Are you able to think again? See, all the content are remain same. All the content are remain same. Only the CSS that is you are able to see are going to change here. Can you see? Only the CSS is going to change here. So this is the power of CSS. Okay, so I'll you can play. Okay, so the reason is you get more interested about it. Okay, you don't understand, let's see. So this is a UI that you are able to see. Okay, this is a user interface that you are able to see. It have HTML, it have CSS, some JavaScript is also present. Anyone having any doubt till here? It have HTML, it have CSS, it have JavaScript. That is the reason you are able to see this style, right? Okay, so now let's click on any one of this. Okay, okay, again it is changing. Okay, now see, I'm coming to down. Are you able to see? The content is present same actually. I think I need to click here. uh just a minute, guys, let's see. I think this website is not working right now. Yes, it should work. Yes, guys. It is working. It is working. Let's see. Let's understand this thing. Okay. So this is, you are able to see the road to alignment. Okay. So what is this about? Now let's click on this thing. Okay. I'm scrolling down. Can you able to see the road is the road to alignment, right? Yes. Now we are able to see, right? Understand. So what is this about? Content of this website is same, only thing is different is CSS, and they made it super crazy. Even we are not able to understand at certain point of it. Looks like a different website, yes or no? It looks like it's completely different website. Exactly, people are typing, they're like mad. That is the power, that is the interesting things. So I just shared, I randomly found this website actually. So I think that this will really help you to understand the power. Let me click on this one once. Okay, are you able to see, guys, the road to enlightenment? So what is this about? It is a robotic version. Crazy, right? Crazy. Okay, so this was our activity 3, right? So 3 activity we have done. With this, all of you understand the crazy things about front end, right? HTML, CSS, JavaScript, how whole ecosystem works. Okay. So I'm opening chat box. I'm opening chat box. If anyone having any doubt, tell here. Sorted? You are liking so far? Cool. So let's move to the next thing. And this is the important thing, the importance of web development. And I'm not going to teach you guys this thing. I am going to share one image to all of you. And I'm giving 30 seconds to all of you. Tell me why web development is important by seeing this image. Why web development is important, why tech is important, why development is software engineering is important. Because these are all giant companies, right? These are all industry highest company, standard company, right? They what they have. Can you tell me what is the common thing between all these companies that you are able to see here? They all are tech companies. Yes or no? The major product that they have is regarding technology, regarding tech, data miners. Good point. They are all tech companies, right? The way they are making money is by building tech products, right? And when they build tech products, right, they need human, they need engineers, they need software developers, right? There are many other aspects of engineer also, but software development or basically web development is the most important product that they have. Let's think about Google. What website do you use in daily life that Google is serving for you? The Google uh, Chrome, exactly. That is the software, right? Okay. You're using Gmail. That is a website, right? Yes or no? We learned today. Gmail is a website. Google Docs you are using. Google Sheet you are using. Google Meet you are using, right? These all are web application. Everyone is having their front end, back end database, right? They need web developer, right? So I hope you understand the importance. I don't have to explain the importance. That is the reason you joined Masai actually, right? Because you already figured out, you already understood that this is very important, right? So again, this this trend is going on and it will be there is huge requirement of good software engineers, right? And your goal is become the top 10% of India's good software engineers. So when you will be thinking now, you need to be very ambitious, right? And that is something we'll be doing together, right? So that is all about the importance. I don't want to talk anything. You guys are more than smarter than me. Okay, sorted, guys. Now we'll be moving to the part 2 of our session. So quickly guys, whopping, like anyone having any doubt to the part 1? Part 1 means basics of web development, how things are working there. Okay, again, it is more simple. Okay, it is more simple than that. So general computer knowledge. So when I'm talking about computers, right, ideally there are two core components that I can see, right? Which is hardware, which I can touch, which I can feel, right? Another core important is like software, right? Which I cannot touch, right? Which I can interact, right? The internals of it. Yes or no? How many of you understand this thing? Hardware as well as software, right? Okay, you want me to help? You want me to help for hardwares? Tell me. What is this first one? I need all of your response. What is this first one? Hard disk. Exactly. So this is, you can consider your as hard disk. It can be HDD, right? It can be SSD. Can you tell me which one is faster for read and write speed? Which one you have? Most of you actually have SSD, right? SSD is more faster than HDD, right? In terms of read and write operation that you are doing, right? This is very important for your laptop or computer. So this is your hard drive, hard disk. Okay. Can you tell me what is this component? This is your RAM. Okay. So random access memory, right? Why RAM is important? To store temporary storage. Yes or no? To store temporary storage. Let's say right now I'm running Canva, I'm running Zoom, I'm running some other Scalidraw and all, right? So to run all this application, I need to have some memory, right? Some small memory, right? So that is my RAM memory needs to be there. RAM is very faster. It is more faster than solid state. SSD. SSD for like static storage, right? But RAM is for application storage. Yes or no? For your temporary storage. When you shut down your computer, your RAM will be gone. Again, you open any more application, your RAM stored will be utilizing from there, right? Okay. What is this component? Monitor. What is the reason we are using? To see any kind of output device, input device, all of you understood, right? To see any kind of output. Okay. So now what is this? Again, input device, keyboard, right? What is this? Headphone, output device, right? To whatever music that you are playing, that output will be there in terms of audio vibration, right? Okay. What is this? Are you able to guess? Let's see. You can confuse it actually. It is actually SMPS. SMPS. Do you know what is SMPS in computer? It's like your stabilizer, like powerhouse in your computer. कंप्यूटर यूनिट के अंदर जो पावर हाउस होता है राइट दैट इज योर एसएमपीएस वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट पावर मैनेजर दोज ऑफ यू हैव पीसी राइट you understand the power of it, okay? But don't worry, this is for your SMPS is for your power management hub in your CPU, okay? Acha, now tell me what is this thing? Many of your favorite. What is this thing? Two things you can come to this thing. Do you know what is called GPU? Right? With GPU, like you are if you are playing game and all, right, you need some graphic card on it, right? You need NVIDIA and all, right? Right, right, to play games and all, right? So this GPU is giving you the power, right? Graphical user interface, exactly. So this GPU is giving you the helping hand there, right? Also, this GPU needs some cooling fan also to basically make it cool down. Okay, so this is graphical processor unit, exactly. Cool, sorted. GPU part. Okay, what is this thing? What is this component? This is your motherboard, right? Where every component is you are aligned in here. This is for your processor slot. This is for your RAM slot, maybe audio driver or some power unit slot. Everything is your present on your motherboard, right? This is your motherboard, right? Okay, what is this? Printer, right? Input device or output device? Output device, right? Okay, what is this thing? CPU cabinet, right? So whenever you will be having all this component, you need to assemble, right, in a cabinet. This is your CPU cabinet. What is this component? Speaker, right? Output device. Okay, what is this thing? Very important, right? Mouse. Sorted? Okay, I know many of you know all of this thing. Just it was a quick revision for all this component. You like it? Mazak acha laga? Right? Now let's move to the next thing. So this is briefly what hardware makes, right? But we'll give more focus on the software part, right? So when I'm calling about software, broadly, there are two types of software present. One is system level software, another one is application level software, right? And I'm telling you now what is system level software. So when you are first bought your laptop, right, you boot Windows, right, you boot Ubuntu, you boot Mac OS, whatever it is, right, or whatever is your operating system, that is the core, that is the core that is present, that is helping you to interact with your hardware, right? Okay, now let's see this diagram. Okay, so now let me draw something here. So this is your OS. OS can be anything. It can be Windows, it can be Ubuntu, it can be Linux, any other distro, it can be Mac OS, it can be Android also, right? OS can be anything. This is your operating system, right? What is the function of operating system? One hand, you will be having your all hardware component, right? In between your hardware component, you have operating system. So your operating system will help you to basically access all these hardware component, right? And on top of this operating system, you will be installing application on it, right? So at the top, you have, let's say, your Slack application. Your Slack is running on your operating system, let's say Windows, right? And this operating system helping Slack to give some memory from RAM, to give some processing computing unit from processor, all of these things. So this operating system is middleman between your hardware and the software that will install in your computer. Yes or no? It connects all hardware and run it smoothly. Exactly. Good point, Abhishek. right? Name it, you name it, memory management, folder management, processor management, computational management, all these things is handled by your operating system. Now tell me which operating system you are using. Windows, Linux, tell me which distro you are using. Kali Linux, great. Windows, Fedora, Windows, many of you are actually Windows, that is pretty much common, right? Windows 11, Ubuntu, great. Mac, great. Windows, great. Great. So I want all of you, like, whenever you will be having some time now, take it as a hobby. At least try every operating system at once. Right? These are very beautiful things, guys. If you explore Ubuntu now, you will see something really good. You will see something really bad, which is not present in Ubuntu. Again, if you're coming to Mac, you will be again able to see something which is similar to Windows, something which is not similar to Windows, and it will be super fun. Just explore. And this operating system is very detailed. Like, you cannot imagine how effort is made to create this kind of operating system. Linux is hard. It's not hard. It's easy. Ubuntu is very easy for you. I have used, you can also use. Okay, cool. Now, one more software layer, which is application. Now tell me which application you are using day-to-day life. Zoom. Okay. Tell me what else. Slack. Tell me your Chrome browser, right? WhatsApp. Some of you installed WhatsApp. Remember, if you are using WhatsApp on WhatsApp web, right? That is a website. That is a web application, right? Okay. But WhatsApp, if you download on your computer, like you are downloading Photoshop, Premiere Pro, right? All of these things, these are your applications that you installed. Sorted? System software, application software, right? And it's very special. Can I say browser is a very special application software? Yes or no? Right? Exactly. Okay, so now one of the biggest beautiful paradigm we are going to jump, which is nothing but programming language. And I want all of you to forget everything. Okay, now just focus on this aspect. Let's say these are three of your friend. Okay, these are three of your friend who are talking in Spanish. What topic talking in Spanish? Tell me, you know Spanish? You know Spanish? I am assuming that most of you don't know Spanish, right? Also, people are typing yes, few people might know. Okay, that is good thing. But let's say you don't know Spanish and there are three people talking in Spanish, right? And this is you. You like you. This is you confusing. And your reaction after that, after this whole conversation is like, "Are bhai, kehna kya chahte ho?" Yes or no? I want all of you to first visualize this story. You have three friends talking in Spanish, and your reaction is like, "Bade bhai, kehna kya chahte ho?" Right. Now tell me one more paradigm. This is your computer. What your computer understood? Tell me what your computer understood. Only binary. When I'm calling about binary, that is either 0 or 1. 0 means switch off, 1 means switch on. It is nothing but a transistor. Yes or no? All of you know what is transistor. Either two state it can have, either 0 state or switch off or switch on, right? Your computer understand only binary, and you are talking in English, let's say, you are talking in Hindi, let's say. How this English Hindi and Hindi can be, your computer can understand? Your computer will be giving you the same thing, right? कि अरे भाई कहना क्या चाहते हो, right? That is the reason you need to code. You need to write some program using some programming language. This programming language is nothing but the intermediary between your English language and your computer's binary language. I want all of you to visualize this fact. Why we need programming language? To communicate something to my computer, to give some instruction to my computer, so that my computer will perform some task based on my requirement. Yes or no? Can you quickly confirm? And now let's say this is Pablo Pandey. Okay, this is Pablo Pandey, and Pablo Pandey is writing some code using any language, any language. It can be anything. Let's say it can be Python, it can be JavaScript, it can be anything. Pablo Pandey is writing some code using Python, let's say. Okay, now there is a bodyguard in each programming language. Remember, there is a bodyguard in each programming language, and this task for this bodyguard is very simple. You write JavaScript code, you write Python code, you write Java code, whatever you are writing, this bodyguard task is converting that JavaScript code or Python code or Java code to a binary format or some low level machine format so that my processor and my RAM can understand and interpret from it and give me the output. How many of you getting all of this thing? Right? Now, Pablo Pandey is writing in programming language like Python or JavaScript, right? Now, this is not a binary, right? Programming language is not binary, 0, 1, not, right? There needs to be some bodyguard who will convert that programming language to some low level or some binary format, right? Such that my computer can understand that low level format, right? My computer can understand that low level format, and based on my requirement, my computer can give me the required output and Pablo will be happy then. Right? And this bodyguard that you are talking about, that can be compiler or that can be interpreter. For some language like Python, it is compiler. For some language like Java and all, like some Python, it is interpreter. For Java and all, it can be compiler. But the idea is very same. Whatever code you will be writing, it needs to be parsed, it needs to be converted into some low level form or some machine level form. So name of the bodyguard is clear. Story, pura story clear. You'll never forget the reason programming language exists, right? And the reason we are writing some program using some English, like, right? If you see Python or if you see Java, right? If this thing happen, it is looks like very English, right? My computer will not understand this thing, right? So there should be some bodyguard like compiler or interpreter that will be converting my code to lower level code such that my computer will understand. And that is how we'll be getting the output. Okay, sorted? Okay, I'm quickly opening for the chat box, guys. If you have any doubt till here, repeat in short, very simple. Your computer understand only 0 or 1. But in your programming language, you are writing something similar like English. Now you have your compiler or interpreter that will convert your programming language to some low level or some binary level format like 0 or 1, so that now my operating system understand the code. Now my operating system can allocate some memory. Now my operating system can allocate some processor into it, and then now all the computation done, I can get some output from that code. Right? Cool. So one very good question, sir. What is the difference between compiler and interpreter? This is a really good homework that you need to do today. Sorted? And tomorrow we'll be having some discussion around it. Okay? Cool. Sir, why can't English convert into binary language? So English cannot convert into binary language because there should be some standard. There should be some standard practice that everyone should follow, right? There should be some syntax. And in English, to say something, there are 10 ways to say same thing, right? That should not be possible in programming language, right? That is the reason we need to create a language. We need to create the some same syntax. And based on that, that needs to be compiled or transpiled, right? Sorted. Sir, what will be the role of operating system here? Very simple. Operating system will see to run this code, how much memory I need. Operating system will assign to RAM. Okay. Operating system, let's say I'm doing some computation. Operating system will ask my processor, ki, hey, I need to run this code. Give me some of your thread. Processor will be giving that thread to operating system. Now, based on that, your whole code will be running, right? About the assignment you already have, but one homework that you need to try to explore is that what is the difference between compiler and interpreter. It's very beautiful. Okay, they just clear. Okay, cool, great. Now I want all of you to think and see this image. There are many programming language. It's not about only JavaScript. There are Python, SQL is for programming language for your database. I already told there are Java, there are PHP, C Sharp, C++, TypeScript, Golang, Rust, Ruby, C language, Swift, and R. There are many such programming languages are there, right? But in this course, we'll be learning about JavaScript. And I'm telling you, when you learn any one programming language, right? And after that, learning to another programming language is very simple. But because the core will be the same, right? The thought process, the practice, the principle will be same. Syntax might be different, right? So once you learn any programming language with your 100% best, it's very easy to learn any other language, right? Right? Sir, TypeScript is a programming language. Yes, TypeScript is a programming language that is superset of JavaScript. Repeat, I'm not sharing anything. These are few example of programming language. Out of those, we'll be learning JavaScript in this whole curriculum, right? And once you learn any programming language, now it is very simple for you to learn any another language because the core principle will be same. Okay? Where Golang is used, people are typing crazy question. Most of the time, Golang is very much useful for creating backend application because it is very modern and very fast, very high level computation it gives you. Okay. Sir, where Rust is used, again, Rust is very powerful. Rust can be used for creating operating system where you need superpower. Okay. Cool. Where Java is used, I already told you for creating backend application, you name it, mobile application. If you want to create native mobile application, you need Java, right? If you need to create native Android application, you need to use Java, right? Okay. One last thing I want all of you to tell, guys. Why JavaScript? You are excited, right? You are worried, right? Sir, there are many options, but why? Why JS? Yes or no? Yes or no? Now tell me. Let me tell you. If you learn JavaScript, you can learn front end because without JavaScript, you cannot create front end application. You can create, but JavaScript is the most popular way for building any website. You name it. Every website has JavaScript. Second thing, if you know JavaScript, that means you know Node.js also. That means you can create backend also. Yes or no? Yes or no? I want all of you to think. Okay, if you know JavaScript, you can create mobile application also. You can create application for iPhone also. You can create application for Android also using React Native. This is under the hood using JavaScript only. You name it. If you know JavaScript, you can create 3D animations. You can create 3D website. You can create 3D stuffs and all using 3Js. All of them are JavaScript. If you know JavaScript, you can create games also. Games also. I want all of you to taking this wow moment now. If you know JavaScript, you can create even AI application also. So JavaScript is really limitless. You name it, you can do it using JavaScript. You can create, I forget one more important aspect. You can create a desktop application also, like Slack. You can create. There is something called Ionic. Okay, sorted. So this is the reason we'll be learning JavaScript so that your upcoming web development, full stack development journey will be super simple. Right? Sure. But obviously, there are better way of doing something. Let's say I'm talking about AI application. So better way of creating AI application is using Python. But you can also use JavaScript to create some basic AI application or something like that, right? Always there is a multiple way to do things, right? But the reason we'll be picking JavaScript is this. I hope everyone is convinced and happy. Also, along with all these things, JavaScript is very easy to learn. Like Python also easy, JavaScript and Python, these are very easy language to learn first. Okay. Also versatile and very, very powerful. Not only versatile, but also powerful. You name it, you name good website. Your VS Code, you know VS Code, you have here VS Code. Your whole VS Code is written in JavaScript. You know, it is the golden industry standard. Everyone, starting from like startup to enterprise, everyone is using VS Code that is created using JavaScript that we'll be learning. Right? Cool. Great. So one good question, sir, why you are using framework? We are using framework because framework help us to create application very first way and very good best practices. So when you create a big application, that means you are writing big code. If you are writing big code, organizing this big code is also very important, right? Your framework is helping you to do the organization and all of this stuff. That is the reason framework is the good way of creating a big application. Don't worry. In this course also, you'll be learning many frameworks, right? SQL is database. Yes, SQL is a programming language to manipulate database. Okay. Structure query language. So I hope I have read all these comments and we'll done here, right? Can I make your own framework? Obviously, you'll be creating, because ultimately everything is down the line and in JavaScript. So if you know JavaScript very well, you can create your own framework also. You can create your own programming language also. So in Masai, we have actually some project in Construct Week to create your own programming language. Right? Chalo. So that is it, guys. That is it. One last thing I want all of you to think today, guys. What you understand from this image, guys? What you understand from this image, guys? Two things we need to understand from this image. First one is we need to be curious. While we are learning, we need to have that mindset that, "Arey, ye kaise hua?" Right? This curiosity is very important when you are learning anything. Observation, very deep thinking, searching something, right? Curious about how this happened, this fascination. This is very, very important. And this will eventually help you to fall in love with JavaScript. I'm telling you the fact. If you are not falling in love with the thing that you are doing, you will not able to become that 10% of India's top most software developer, right? And I want all of you to do in this way so that we become that high ambitious, right? First target about 10%, then 1%. Okay, Ankit? Great. Sorted. So from today onwards, you have the solution, you have everything, you have that exploration, right? So be curious, start thinking like that, start observing things, right? And try to fascinate things, how things are. Kaise hua ye? Today, just think about operating system, just think about programming language. The person who invent this kind of thought first time, what was the thought process? Try to think, right? So that will give you that energy, that will give you that excitement. Sorted? So with that, I want to end today's session. Thank you so much, guys, for this wonderful support throughout this entire session in chat box. I really like everyone is very excited. You are guys, I am telling something, you are also typing something with me. And believe me, guys, this is very important. When you are listening something and typing the same thing, you will able to remember this thing. Okay? Okay. Sir, what about the homework? Yeah, today you don't have any homework, but from tomorrow onwards, you will be having the assignments daily level. Okay? Your energy, my motivation, great. I'll be super energetic. I'll be super energetic. You need to be this energy, right? Exactly. Today you will be having one quiz, right? And the feedback form. So please make sure that you need to fill that feedback form as well as some simple quiz, right? Why JavaScript over Python? Because JavaScript is more important for your upcoming web development journey rather Python. And if you learn JavaScript from now onwards, that time it will be super easy to pick up anything. Okay. And guys, this whole presentation, whatever I have discussed with some extra notes and all, I'll be uploading on your course platform notes section. Please don't forget to revisit that thing. Okay. And don't worry about any framework and all for now. In this whole unit, we'll be focusing the basics. We'll dig down each and every core basic important concept of JavaScript programming language. It will be super easy if you're from non-tech student, teachers. So don't worry. Tell me, you understand everything from today? Everything will be understanding. It is as same as like tech student or non-tech student. There is no difference. Okay? But you need to be energetic. You need to keep trying. You need to give your 100%. Yes, I'm also non-tech student, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the power. So do not worry. Do not even think once that I'm non-tech student. From now onwards, I don't want to hear anyone telling about non-tech student. Promise, this small promise. कर पाओगे? Don't tell. ठीक है? Great. Your promise, my energy. And we'll do it together. Pakka. You like Pablo? Okay, great. Someone is typing, I like Pablo. So energetic. Great. Cool. Cool, guys. That is it. If you have any small doubt, I'm hearing like you can open in chat box. I have a question. In future, AI can replace web developer or not? Good question. Really good question. And I'm thinking one thing here. Achha, guys, tell me one thing. Let's take any profession. Okay. Let's say, woodcutter, woodcutter. So in ancient time, they're used to some kind of like metal to cut the wood. Yes or no? Yes or no? Now after a decade, there is a machine coming, right? So that machine, right? So I don't know the name of that machine actually. So that machine come and you don't have to do anything. You just using this machine, right? Saw machine exactly. And you are basically able to cut the wood. Now you all understood what is AI? Exactly. AI is for you only, guys. AI is for developers only. AI is not for any doctor. Doctor can also take help, but doctor will definitely not asking some code to AI. I'm telling you. Okay. So AI is a tool for you only. So if it is a tool for you only, then that is the thing. So that woodcutter profession, they are only using their tool, right? So we are not using their tool. Same thing. But we need to ensure that we'll be learning this all thing. And in Masai, whatever curriculum you are able to see or whatever in future you will be digging down, generative AI and AI will come into the picture. Everyone we are teaching with like we'll be teaching all of you like some important point that you need to understand for generative AI and all. Okay. Great. Sir, is it necessary to learn C++ before? No, you don't have to do anything. Just if you, even though you don't know any concept, any programming language, start learning with JavaScript itself. Yeah, we used to teach in Python actually, that is the reason, but JavaScript will be very simple for all of you, the page. That is the reason JavaScript we have taken from this block, because ultimately we need to do JavaScript only after 3, 4 blocks. So if you know JavaScript from now, that will really help you. You will be able to get package with JavaScript. That is for sure. JavaScript is the only requirement for any full stack development or software development. Which platform for coding and all? You will be introduced with OJ platform tomorrow. For tester, Don't worry, just focus on this whole JavaScript part for this whole block. After that, if you're interested in testing and all, so you will be given the separate guideline from there onwards. Okay. Lead code and all, don't worry, just stick for unit 1. Lead code and all will be coming with a charming energy from unit 2 onwards. But before that, you know one thing, the basic is very important. So I'm telling you one story. You are liking story, right? I'm telling you one story. Just one last story, then we'll be ending the session. I had one of my, like I have my friend, one of my friend in IIT Kharagpur, you know, it's in West Bengal actually, IIT Kharagpur. He is learning, he was learning metallurgy engineering, you know, right? Okay. So now what happened that after learning all these topics from metallurgy and all, and now he is working where, you know, he started his first job in a research scientist of a company like a betting application like Dream 11 and all. Now tell me one thing. Now tell me one thing. My friend learned in entire journey about metallurgy and started working as a research scientist on a betting application like Dream 11 all of these kind of application. I don't want to tell the name. That is why I given some example. Now tell me, it's all matter about the thought process. It's not matter about what you know, what you don't know. The idea, the thought process that you will be doing, that is important. Okay? Exactly. Cool. So that is the reason in this whole unit, we'll focus about the basic thought process, the basics of programming language. From then onwards, you can jump. You can jump to any direction. Okay? Cool. Great. Thank you so much, guys. It was really nice to meet all of you. See all of you there tomorrow. Okay? So take some rest. I understand that you have some back-to-back session. Take some rest. But tomorrow onwards, we'll be ending the session sharp 6. Okay? Cool. Great. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye. Please make sure, guys, you fill the feedback form. Okay?